You're here because you filled out a survey about a guy. And there's good news. This guy scored an A minus. He is a very good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not just all talk, he does put in real effort and shows lots of excitement for his work. You'll see him taking action, grabbing new chances, and staying busy. He could do really well if he learns to channel his energy and keep his emotions in check.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to get upset quickly. He might get loud, lose his cool, or blame others around him. He doesn't keep his feelings hidden and reacts strongly in the moment, which can make things feel dramatic. However, he doesn't stay down for long.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's a lively presence at work. People will notice him right away, and some may enjoy his passion and drive. But because he often speaks his mind boldly and doesn't always bother with being polite, he can rub others the wrong way. While a few coworkers might admire his energy or creativity, others might see him as difficult or hot headed.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's more likely to cheer for you with loud, open pride than sit quietly in the background. He enjoys excitement, and your success adds to his sense of action and achievement. He might brag about you to others and want to celebrate every win.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you start earning more than him, he may not keep his feelings hidden, especially if he's going through a tough patch at work. He could get loud or make blunt comments out of frustration, not necessarily out of jealousy, but because it stings his pride a bit. He likes to be seen as dynamic and successful, so your higher earnings might poke at his ego.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He tends to spend without much planning, especially if something catches his eye or promises fun. You might see him making impulsive purchases like gadgets, outings, or fancy gifts without thinking through the budget. This can make life with him lively, but it could also bring financial ups and downs.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He loves excitement and showing off a little, so it's possible he might try to impress people by spending more than he can really afford. You could find him buying flashy things, taking friends out, or talking big about his plans, even if his wallet is feeling the pinch. This doesn't mean he's dishonest, but he's not careful about matching his lifestyle with his budget.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's quite open handed, kind with his time, attention, and even his money. If someone needs help or a pick me up, he's quick to offer, sometimes in big, generous ways. You'll likely see him treating friends, buying gifts, or sharing good times without much hesitation.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's usually open about money and doesn't like to hide things or keep secrets. If there's a money problem or something exciting he wants to spend on, he'll probably just say it straight out, sometimes a bit too bluntly. But you won't have to worry about sneaky behavior with him.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't naturally believe that housework is just your responsibility. In fact, he can jump in with energy when something grabs his interest or when he feels it's fair. He can get frustrated quickly if things feel unfair, so it's good to talk openly about sharing chores.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He won't just stand there and tell you what to do. He likes to jump in and get his hands dirty. If there's something happening, whether it's chores or taking care of a baby, he wants to be part of the action. But keep in mind, his help won't always be neat or exactly the way you'd like.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, his first instinct is to defend himself and argue his point, especially if he feels criticized. He really wants to be seen as right and might raise his voice or push back with strong words. However, deep down, he does care about your feelings.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, you can expect him to get loud and sometimes say hurtful things without thinking. His temper runs hot, and in the heat of the moment, harsh words or even aggressive actions like slamming doors or making bold gestures can show up fast. But you need to know that the storm can be intense.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry quickly. Small problems can set him off, and his reactions can be big and loud. This isn't something you should ignore or think will simply go away. Ask yourself if you feel safe and respected when he's upset.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He may have trouble saying sorry right away, especially when his anger is fresh. In the heat of the moment, he's more likely to blame you or point fingers, wanting to prove he's right. His pride makes it hard for him to admit mistakes in the middle of an argument.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He can be very enthusiastic and eager, sometimes pushing for what he wants without fully stopping to check how you feel in the moment. If you say no, he might argue or try to persuade you, especially if his emotions are running high or he feels rejected. He doesn't always pause right away to see things from your side.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He feels things strongly and sometimes ties your interest in closeness to how much you care about him. It's not fair to you because your comfort should always matter, no questions asked.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Most of the time, he lives in the present and enjoys private moments without thinking too much about the future. But because he acts on emotion and can get hot headed when upset, there's a risk that he might bring up private things during an argument just to win a point or make you feel bad. With someone like him, you need to know if you'll feel truly safe and respected even when tempers flare.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is lively and enjoys excitement, often drawn to new people and experiences. While he likes being the center of attention and can be charming with others, he doesn't automatically go looking to cheat. If he feels things are lively and connected with you, he'll stick around.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't naturally the type to be quietly suspicious or try to control your every move, but his strong emotions can sometimes make him act jealous, especially if he feels ignored or threatened. He might get loud or make a scene if he doesn't like the attention you're giving someone else, or if he feels he's losing your interest. Still, his possessiveness comes out more in bursts than in constant, quiet control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
His so called protective side can sometimes cross into being controlling, especially when his emotions flare up. He may claim he's just looking out for you or that he knows what's best, but underneath, it's really about wanting things his way and keeping a sense of power in the relationship. It's important to know the difference between real care and control dressed up as protection.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He likes action and being part of whatever is happening. So he won't just leave you to handle parenting by yourself. He'll want to join in, make decisions together, and put his own spin on things, whether it's playtime, outings, or big family plans. You'll notice him stepping up, especially when something fun or exciting is involved.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper in the moment. His first reaction may be loud or impatient. He might raise his voice, scold sharply, or act out frustration without thinking things through. The good part is he doesn't hold on to anger for long.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Most of the time, he will cheer for you as a mother and also be proud of what makes you unique. He loves excitement and boldness, so he'll notice and appreciate your strengths, whether at home or in your career. He'll likely brag about your wins and enjoy seeing you shine in both roles.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
With him, you're less likely to face sudden demands to quit your career just because you have a child. He enjoys seeing you succeed and likes the pride that comes from your achievements. He thrives on energy and action, so your drive and ambition actually excite him, not threaten him. The key with him is open talk. If you keep sharing your plans and concerns, he'll respond better to teamwork than to ultimatums or guilt trips.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's the type who shows what he feels. So if he likes your parents, you'll see real warmth, laughter, and honest effort to be part of the family. He prefers living openly, so fake politeness or forced smiles aren't really his style. So expect real interactions, whether warm or rough around the edges, and know he won't keep up any act just for show. He's likely to jump in with energy and make a real effort to get along with your family, especially if there's fun or excitement involved.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to react with strong feelings than quiet calm. He might get loud, speak his mind without much filter, or push back openly if he thinks you're being treated unfairly. Instead of smoothing things over quietly, he tends to jump into the middle of conflict, which sometimes makes things worse before they get better.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, with him, you might see a difference between how he acts with you privately and what he expects when family is around. When it's just the two of you, he enjoys your independence and wants life to be exciting and free. If this bothers you, it's important to talk to him gently but firmly about your comfort and your limits.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's the type to stand firmly by your side rather than stay out of it or quietly side with his family. He doesn't like seeing you treated unfairly or made uncomfortable, and his instinct is to jump in, sometimes quite loudly, to defend you. But you can trust that in moments of stress, he'll choose you over trying to please everyone else.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's not the quiet, hidden type of mummy's boy who will always put his mother's wishes before yours. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, he's likely to take your side, especially if he feels you're being treated unfairly or disrespected. However, his approach might be noisy and create more tension instead of smoothing things quietly.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's quite open and emotional, so there's a real chance he might share details about your arguments or private matters with his mother or sister, especially when he's upset or needs to vent. He doesn't always see the line between what should stay between a couple and what can be discussed with family, often looking for immediate comfort or advice from those he trusts. It can also invite unwanted opinions or interference from his family, making small problems feel bigger.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, that is why this guy scored an A minus. He's a very good guy. Being with this man is like living in a whirlwind. Life is full of energy, laughter, and bold moments. Most days feel exciting with spontaneous plans, big feelings, and lots of stories to share.